Hi guys, in today's 9 minutes motivation, let's understand in a simple metaphor about how this can be created, this can be developed. Now, how your home is furnished by you, like that your mind has to be furnished. So, if you have to understand and relate with me, think about your house, your home, that's your mind. Like the home is furnished by its owner, and that's how the mind should be. If I come to your home, and if you are the one in charge of your home, and let's say you are a student, that home doesn't is not by made by you, your dad or your grandpa, then it's your room. How you have furnished your room, like that your mind is going to be. Somebody asked me also 9 minutes, sorry, in Sampurna, in question and answer session, that um, when I see my room, like that only my mind thinks. If it's too cluttered, my mind becomes cluttered. If it's too clean, my mind remains clean. I think that is something called is basically called as law of correspondence, as above as below. On the same understandings, on the same line, I thought I'll share with all of you. Mind is like a home, like how a home is furnished by its owner. I think that's how the responsibility of you and me to furnish our mind. In your home, so-called home, what pictures will you put? Which people? People who have been very important to you? Those people, or who are people who have been um, have hurt you big time? Their pictures will you hang? The obvious answer is, why will I hang photos of people who have hurt me? I don't want to think about them. I want to remove them from my life only. Correct. Like in the house, you will keep the photo of your dad or your mom, your grandparents, or your loved ones, your maybe brother, sister. I remember when I was staying in hostel for my engineering, my room was filled with Bruce Lee pictures, photos of um, all those sports people whom I used to look up to. Few of them have actors, actresses. These people's photograph you will keep, right? So if that is what you want your home, because you don't want your home, you come back in the home. Think about it, coming back in the home and you have pictures of all the people who have hurt you in your life, who have cheated in life. The photos are there. Will you be peaceful? No, right? Then why will we keep in our mind? See, in the home itself, where we don't spend 24 hours, we spend just 4 waking hours of our life in our house, in our home, in our room. That 4 hours you want to have beauty, you want to have inspiration, you want to have happiness around it. Then the mind in which actually you live, actually your address, in this mind where you live 24 by 7, 365 days for lifetime, whose pictures have you kept? What is the arrangement of? Will you haphazardly keep your sofas, your table chairs, and keep the? Will you keep the food that you have eaten in the plates in the dining table on the dining table for days together? Will you keep it? No, you will eat it, and moment it's over, you keep it in the wash basin, or you'll ask somebody to clean it, or you'll wash it by yourself because you don't want that to stink, isn't it? There why so many dishes we have cooked in our mind, by adding recipes of jealousy, comparison, ego, hurt, anger, all these recipes, all these ingredients we have added and made some recipe, and it's going to really stink bad, and we keep it in our mind or our home that actually will live for years together, decades together. No doubt, a dirty house is an unhealthy house. Like that, a dirty mind filled with all this crap is going to create only a stinking mind, a stinking life. Your mind is like your home, like how the home is furnished by its owner. It is your responsibility and my responsibility to decide and choose how are you going to furnish your mind. You can make choices of what you want to keep in your house and what you want to remove from your house. How every Diwali, or those of you who celebrate Eid or some major religious function of yours in every year, how there is a cleaning of the house happens. The whole house is cleaned from last, from the first vessel to the last thing in the house to the last bed. Everything is cleaned. Whole house is cleaned. New paints are applied. Pesticides are applied because that house where you live should be actually very hygienic and should actually not stink and should be actually very happy place to live. And a house where none of us, when I say none of us, from dad to mom to your grandparents to whoever lives in the house, does not live 24 hours in that house. Your mom goes for shopping, mom goes for kitty party, mom goes for market, and every day dad goes to office for 10 to 12 hours. You are outside the house for work purpose or your office purpose or your school college purpose. None of a human, no human being lives in their own home for more than few hours, but a home that is where actually you live. Because you can have a very beautiful house, but if your mind is not able to, for example, I'm not able to have a proper sleep for last few days. No, I have an amazing house, amazing bed, everything is there. But in my mind, if some chaos is happening, some shit is happening, I'm not able to sleep. So I don't live in that house. I live in my head. I live in my mind. And how beautifully I have furnished, or how uglily I have furnished. Maybe I don't want to even use the word furnish. I think we have to do something called defurbishing, something they call it. So you have to actually sit back and look into your head, in your mind, with your inner eyes, and see in the on the walls of your home, or walls of your mind called home, or home called mind, what is there, what is it painted, what pictures are there, what arrangement has been kept of a lot of things in your life. Like that's rearrangement, refurbishing, all these things are required to be done on a regular basis. If a house itself, which is a dead entity, if it has to become a home of life, if it needs to be maintained and cleaned for hygiene and happiness every year, think about this, which is the most dynamic part of your life. Every day, so much happens in your life. So much happens in your life. If that mind does not need cleansing every day, it will need. So, my dear friends, in today's 9 minute motivation, only I want to let you know this. Your mind is like a home. And like how a home is furnished by its owner, it's your responsibility to make sure how are you furnishing your mind, or have you furnished your mind, or do you need to defurbish the whole thing and create something beautiful out of it. It's purely your responsibility. No blames are allowed, no matter what. And that's how I think 9 minutes motivation is like mental bathing every morning. That we do physical bathing to remain fresh. I think 9 minutes motivation every morning at 9 a.m. is mental bathing, which actually should clean, decontaminate all that we pick up the last 24 hours and then get ready for the entire day. Till I see you tomorrow morning again. 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. is inspired by life and sponsored by the Kingdom College, preparing you for life. So here we go with a belief that we will keep taking mental bathing every day. Let's start this beautiful day. Here we go. So guys, go get set and grow.